Hello and welcome. Many people believe creativity belongs to the young, but that simply isn't true. In fact, life experience often makes people over 60 better storytellers. With today's AI tools, you don't need to start with a blank page. You can use AI to spark ideas and turn your creativity into stories, poems, and even income. Creativity doesn't fade away as we age. In most cases, it simply needs reawakening. It may have been sitting quietly in the background for years. If you have a creative side, then AI can become your perfect partner in bringing those ideas back to life. Despite the rise of video and social media, written content is still hugely popular. People enjoy short stories, inspirational poems, children's stories, and even personalised poems for special occasions. The internet has made it possible for anyone to share their writing with readers around the world. It's true that videos are becoming more and more popular, but there will always be a place for traditional storytelling and the printed word. The same goes for poetry. If you can tell a good story or write a heartfelt poem, there are people online who will happily read it and often buy it too. AI writing tools can help generate ideas, outlines, and even first drafts. This means you don't have to struggle with writer's block. Instead, AI becomes your creative assistant, helping you shape your ideas into something you can refine and personalize. If you're not sure what prompts to use, here are a few examples that were actually created using ChatGPT. Good prompts tend to be descriptive and specific. Here are the example prompts. Write a short, humorous story about a retired man who accidentally becomes famous in his village after rescuing a runaway goat. Create a heartwarming short story about a grandmother who discovers a mysterious old diary in her attic. That sounds very mysterious. Write a gentle, inspirational story about a retired couple who decide to travel around the UK in a camper van. These type of prompts can instantly give you ideas and get your creativity flowing. Before you begin, it helps to choose a type of writing you generally enjoy. This might be short fiction, poetry, children's bedtime stories, motivational writing, or humorous tales. When you enjoy the topic, the writing becomes far more fun and rewarding. For example, I personally enjoy writing humorous stories, when I'm not writing scripts for my YouTube channel, of course. One of the best things about storytelling is there are endless topics to explore. Let me know in the comments section below what type of writing you enjoy the most. Sometimes the hardest part of writing is simply getting started. AI can take a basic idea and turn it into a story outline. From there, you can add your own personality, humour, and life experience to make the story unique. It's amazing how often what starts out as a simple idea grows into something much bigger. A good tip is to sit quietly for a few minutes and think about things from your past that made you laugh or even made you cry. Those moments often make the best stories. Poetry is another area where AI can be very helpful. You can ask AI to help create poems about nature, love, friendship, humour, or even nostalgia. Once the poem is generated, you can tweak the wording so it sounds more like your own voice. Here are two simple example prompts you could try. Write a gentle poem about the beauty of a quiet countryside morning. Create a heartfelt poem about lifelong friendship and growing old together. You can then edit the poem and add your own personal touch. AI can generate ideas, but the real magic happens when you personalise the content. Adding your own stories, memories, and sense of humour makes your writing stand out. Think of AI as your writing assistant. In many ways, it's more like a writing partner. If you've never used AI before, I warmly encourage you to try ChatGPT. I'm quite sure that, like me, you find it incredibly useful and quite enjoyable to use. There are many platforms where people sell creative writing online. Digital marketplaces, writing communities, and self-publishing platforms allow writers to reach readers all over the world. One thing to be aware of is websites that charge you a fee just to sell your work. In most cases, this simply isn't necessary. A good tip is to search online for where can I sell my poems and stories online. You may be pleasantly surprised by how many opportunities there are. Just remember, always be cautious if you are asked to pay up front. One easy way to sell your writing is by turning it into a digital download. For example, you could create a small ebook of poems, a collection of short stories, or even printable inspirational poems. This is actually a very clever method. Someone looking for a gift might prefer to buy a small collection of poems rather than just one single poem. Many successful sellers on platforms like Etsy use this strategy. People love a good bargain, and offering multiple pieces of writing together can be very appealing. Presentation matters. Giving your writing a simple cover, an attractive title, and clear formatting makes it look more professional. As the saying goes, first impressions are everything, so it's always worth presenting your work in a clean and attractive way. Ask yourself, would this catch my eye? Would I want to buy it? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. Some writers find success by focusing on a specific audience. This might include children, pet lovers, retirees, or people who enjoy inspirational writing. Another good tip is to focus on one particular group and try to stick with it. Many successful online business owners follow this principle. Being specific can actually make your work far more appealing. You don't need to write a full novel to begin. Many writers start with short stories or small collections of poems. This is actually more important than many people realize. Don't worry about being perfect when you first start. Remember the famous words of Confucius. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. People over 60 have decades of memories, experiences, and observations about life. These can become wonderful sources of inspiration. You may feel you don't have a story to tell, but in reality, we all have a lifetime of experiences to draw from. Think about the major moments in your life: the day you got married, the birth of your children, family holidays, Christmas celebrations, and special birthdays. These memories can often inspire the most heartfelt stories. Once your stories or poems are ready, it helps to share them. You might promote them through social media, blogs, newsletters, or online communities. You could even start a YouTube channel. It's actually easier than you might think. Over time, you can build an audience of fellow storytellers and poetry lovers. You might even start a small newsletter where you share your writing and connect with readers. Selling stories and poems online may start as a hobby, but over time it can grow into a small income stream. The wonderful thing about digital writing is that once it's created, it can continue earning for years. By starting small, you also avoid the pressure that often comes with starting a large business. In the beginning, simply set yourself a small goal. For example, aim to earn just $10 by selling one short story or poem. Small wins like that can be very motivating, and then quickly build your confidence. Thank you for listening today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to hear your comments. One of my viewers recently left a lovely comment saying that these videos make AI feel much more welcoming. That really made my day, because that's exactly what I hope these videos will do. Thank you again. Goodbye.